What's the crack? And welcome back to Buzz It With Me, episode 3. Today we are heading up to Antrim to the client photo shoot with Stephen Black. We have Dara, we have Laura, and we have Rob. 3 clients who have put in the last 16 weeks of hard work, discipline, sacrifices, graft, and today is their day to shine. Bit of a drive up ahead of us. I think it's 2.5 hours. We have to stop and charge the car because that's what you get for driving an electric car, unfortunately. But looking forward to the day. It's the guys' time to shine. Originally, I was going to do the prep as well and prep with them, but I opted not to because when you're doing a prep, as I said last week, it is a slog. It's tiring. It's tedious. It's heavy. It's heavy enough. So I was thinking if I'm prepping, I'm going to be fucked up, I'm going to be tired, I'm going to be sore, I'm going to be irritable, and I'm not going to be at my best as a coach. So it's not my time, it's their time to shine, and today is that day. So super excited to get going. We're driving up to Stephen Black Photography, as I said there, in Maharfeld, I think is Antrim. Stephen has a studio here. It's designed like a gym. It's designed specifically for photo shoots. If you're doing a photo shoot and you're going all the way to do it, you best believe we are going to the best around, the best facility, the best photographer, the best. Oh Jesus, Stephen is just top of the range. I did a shoot with him last July. It was my first time doing a private shoot. I did a group one before, but it's a private shoot here with Stephen. And from the minute I walked in, I felt so relaxed. He shows you things that you don't even think of, the slightest little angles, tweaks to your pose, smiles, tensing, and you fucking would not believe how tough it is to pose in a photo shoot. You think you're just going to go in, do a few curls and stand there and get pictures taken of you. It takes serious understanding of how to do it, the angles you have to do, holding, breathing out, squeezing, tensing, trying to get your abs out, trying to get your arms popping on your delts, or really holding the poses is tough. So I'm interested to see how the clients get on. They're fucking not even nervous. They're absolutely fine. Bit of nerves there when you get there and you realise, right, you're up and you're there with a stranger taking photos of you. But once you see the first photo done by Stephen and he shows you his phone and how good you look, you're like, fucking hell, you kind of get into the zone. You're like, do you know what, I can fucking do this. So excited to see how they get on. As I said, super proud of people doing this. It's not for everyone, but I do want to get more photo shoot clients in. I want to do more shoots when we open the gym and do client photo shoots down the line when we get to the gym and we have a group photo shoot and we can all come up to Antrim or Belfast or wherever you want to go and stay there for the night. So that's the crack of today. We're going to go behind the scenes of the photo shoot, the drive up, in there, how it goes. I'm going to talk to Steve and I'm going to interview and get some testimonials on from some clients in the photo shoot, and we're going to bring you along and you're going to buzz it with me. So for now, that's it from me. Enjoy the show. Why?
So this much training.
Okay. Let your left elbow go to the back. Yeah. Your right elbow slightly.
Interview.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you do the prep?
Because I had a really hard year last year
Yeah.
and couldn't get out of bed, and I felt like I needed a personal goal to help with that, and I felt like it was a really good focus for me to do.
Any doubts coming into it?
No, not really.
None at all.
No.
Hardest part of the prep?
But first of all, the posing, that's the sorest thing I've ever done. How disciplined that you need to be for that length of time.
How long was it for?
16 weeks.
Okay.
And that can be a hard thing to do, even if the most strong-willed person in the world, right? It's just, you say no a lot, you have to kind of isolate yourself depending on who you're friends with. And you have to get shit done even when you don't feel like it, and a lot of people don't want to do that.
And any tips for people that are on the fence about doing a photo shoot? Now, in saying that, pros and cons, good or bad, are you ready for it? Are you not? What would you say to people that are thinking of a photo shoot, that want to get the best out of it and not be fucking 1 foot in, 1 foot out?
I think think about your reasons for doing it. It can't just be because I want a deadly photo. As much as you can get a deadly photo, put a filter on. There needs to be more internal want for that, because that's actually what will drive you when it's shitty weeks, when it's hard, when your calories are lower. So I think if you have a reason enough that means enough to you, I would say go for it. If it's just, oh well, I'll just do a photo shoot because everyone's doing it, don't do it, because you're not going to last in it anyway. So I think having a good reason that you want to do it, and then I would say ignore anyone else that's like, why are you doing that? Name or anything. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? So yeah, I think the reasons why you're doing it, and if it's not, yeah, I absolutely want to do that, then you don't want to do it.
If it's not a fuck yeah.
It's a hell no. Yeah.
And one more question. Would you do it again?
You
do another one?
I'm going to eat these cherry bakewells, and I'm checking on Tuesday. I'm going to say when's the next one.
Okay. Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome.
Would you be using for advertising?
Both. Paid marketing and normal.
Try.
Okay, look at me. Get the angles, please. So how was today for you?
Today was great. Had a great time. Very fun, very exciting. It's weird how all prep, the 16 weeks prep down to 30 minutes, get photos. It's weird how it's just one line each down. If that makes sense. Too much of it's around for weeks. It's just weird now. Yeah, it's great.
What made you want to do the prep?
Obviously, I coach myself. I work for Stephen, and I needed to walk the walk pretty much and put myself in client shoes for when my clients want to do a photo shoot that I'm not asking them to do something that I haven't done. So I needed to understand that from a professional standpoint, to walk the walk, but also it's something that I've always wanted to do before. Do in general. I've prepped twice before, and I pulled out because it was too much too soon, so I wanted to finish the job, I suppose, and we finished the job today. So obviously lost a huge amount of weight in the past, but I've never been relatively lean, so wanted to tick that box for me as well.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah, I understand my yeah. Was there any challenges along the way?
Yes, definitely. Prep itself was a challenge, having the low calories, having the high cardio, having the high steps was definitely a challenge. It took a lot out of me, for sure. In terms of energy and brain function were quite low, which I'm sure Kate can agree with over there behind the camera, but it was all worth it in the end. And when you're struggling, like, you chose to do this, do you know what I mean? So you can't complain about something you chose to do at the end of the day. And it's a pressure to have them, or it's a privilege to have them struggles.
trauma. What would you say, or what advice would you give to someone else who's thinking of doing it?
Is that the one who not and who?
Yeah, what would you say to someone who was thinking of doing it? Like, what advice would you give?
My advice to someone that was thinking of doing a photo shoot: if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no, I suppose as Steve would say. But also, if you do decide to do a photo shoot, know your why. Write that down. Have it on a piece of paper somewhere. Know why you're doing it, and have more than just it's for a photo. It's for this. It's for that. Have your reasons why, because when it gets tough, when it's gets challenging, you're gonna come back to your why. And when you feel like giving in, your why is what's gonna get you through it.
Would you do it again?
100%. Immediately, yes. Yeah, I plan to do another shoot and maybe even compete the next year. So we'll see how it goes.
Stay tuned.
So there we have it. Photo shoot day done. Brilliant day, as I said. Long day for the staff, for the clients. 5-hour round trip, but always very worth it to see them. Like, it's just mad seeing people. At one stage they'd laugh at the thought of a photo shoot. They'd say not a fucking chance. They wouldn't have the fucking balls, the courage, the discipline. They could never think themselves going in under the lights, topless, getting photos taken of them. And then they're in there in the best shape of their life. And I've said this last week on the YouTube, when you do it, sometimes you realise that, this is just my opinion, you realise that the photo shoot day of is the least interesting thing about the whole thing. But what you've done to yourself, your character development, your character building, your discipline, your mindset, your mental resilience, what you go through on a prep far outweighs the day of, personally speaking for me. I found the more photo shoots I did, the more I didn't really mind about the day off. It was more so I did the prep. I'd done what needs doing. I did the daily steps. I did the daily actions every single day for 16 to 20 weeks. And I think that can just elevate you significantly in every aspect of your mindset, your work rate, your self-esteem, your confidence, everything. So yeah, it was just cool to see. And here's to many, many more. Obviously only 3 did the shoot. Next I want to have 10, then 15, then 20. We did a specific picture in Stevens there on and I said, like, it's against the wall. There's only 3 of them. I said, like, next time I want them to be 8 or 10, then 15, then 20, and it's going to grow and grow and grow, because I believe, again, photo shoots for the wrong person, they can be a fucking disaster, but for the right person, they can be life changing. And as I said there, they can improve many, many things about an individual. So that's the crack there. Great buzz, great day. Was absolutely knackered on Sunday. Massive adrenaline dump after you do a shoot, because it's just a build up and then it's just like zoom. It's just you go back to reality. Now the hard work starts for the clients, and to reverse diet, make sure that everything goes smoothly, make sure that there's no messing in regards to overeating, binge eating, all that kind of crap. That's very common obviously after photo shoots, because you're in such a vulnerable state physically, mentally, your hunger hormones are out of whack. So now it's time for them to dial in. With check-ins after photo shoots, I tend to check in every day for a couple of weeks, and then reverse dieting can take the guts of 4 to 6 weeks. We make sure energy is back up to where it needs to be. We make sure hunger is back down where it needs to be. We make sure focus is where it needs to be. We make sure that we're functioning as a female and a male after a photo shoot prep, because as I said, your body is in a crazy state. But it's all about the coaching. It's all about your behaviours after that will make or break how you reverse out, because it's very disheartening to do the prep, look that good, and then ultimately put on loads of body fat very quickly. It's a head fuck knowing what you've done for the last few months, and then knowing how quickly, or seeing and realising how quickly the body fat can go back on if you do not fucking plan accordingly. So that's what we have to do now. The hardest part of the diet, or the hardest part of the shoot, or the most important part of the diet, or the most important part of the shoot is actually the day it ends, and not during it. It's the day it ends, because the horror stories come from people having those terrible experiences. So let's make sure there's none here. So that's the crack there. Again, really appreciate everything so far in regards to the likes, the comments, the subscribes. Hope you're enjoying the content. I'm trying to do one a week. It's a lot of work. I'm trying to learn now how to edit myself. I have a videographer, Jacob, at the moment, but I want to learn this myself as well. And because we're content creators, as much as we say we're online coaches or gym owners, 50% of our work is content creation, which is crazy. So I need to get better at learning how to do edits. And this is actually the first edit I've done. This is the first I did this video. So my videographer hasn't got this one. I said, fuck, I'm going to try this one. So let me know your thoughts below if you think it's shit, if you think it's good. Yeah, it's probably very vanilla, very plain, but I have to try it at some stage. So that's the crack this week. Next week's YouTube will be, we're going on a business trip. Myself, Aisling, Dara and Carla, the Power Gym staff, are going to a business seminar in Nottingham to learn about upskilling about client retention, client service, how to improve results, how to improve productivity, how to manage your day better when you're a coach, how to not get dragged into things left, right and centre and keep focused and about being organised. But once or twice a year I always invest in a seminar to upskill, because you kind of have to keep up with the times when you're a coach, because if you're not investing in yourself, your skills, you'll be left behind, and you have to keep up with the fucking social media world, with the client world, and how to improve your services, because yeah, it's every second person is a coach. I wouldn't say it's saturated, but every second person is a coach, and you need to keep at the top of your game. And as in any industry, the cream will always rise to the top. So we're heading over to Nottingham for 2 days for a seminar, and we're going to bring you along with us. You're going to buzz it along with us, and it's a bit of fun. So yeah, again, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video. Would you do a photo shoot prep? And as always, if you want to check out my Instagram, it is in the bio. The bio episode description, Stephen_full potential. Any questions, queries, hesitations, do give me a shout. But for now, that's it. Peace.